But yeah, that aviation school, even though everything at the beginning of the war was in a way Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't any good instructors.
Okay, right, yeah.
They were probably good instructors, but they didn't have any, curriculum isn't quite the right word, but they didn't have...
It wasn't planned out real well.
They were teaching us how to sew linen on the wooden aircraft wings.
But you're not going to have any.
Never saw one.
Yeah.
Things like that, you know. And
Yeah.
there just wasn't any... Actually, it was a way to learn to use tools, just like...
Okay, right.
Just like you'd take a school shop.
Yeah.
Down here. Just like almost the same thing that I was teaching. And it was just general ways to use your hands and the tools.
Yeah.
And hopefully thinking.
Yeah.
And everything when you got out on the line, you had to learn what to do from your chief or whoever was ahead of you,
Yeah.
in charge of you or something, would be telling you what to do.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the whole way the whole thing went. And like down here at the gunnery school, they didn't have any gunnery range there at all. I think I probably told you that I was
those mattresses?
carving that sailor.
Oh, yeah.
While I was waiting for the 50 caliber one-shot around. Maybe
Yeah.
if I shot 10 rounds, I'd be surprised.
Right.
And it was sitting on a telephone pole, 150 caliber gun. That's all they had down there. And we built the range. I worked in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I washed officers. I got 10 days leave. And the guy that was with me, he got 10 days leave. We both went back to Illinois for 10 days, and I brought the motorcycle down here.
Okay, yeah.
And then I sold the motorcycle to a guy in Key West when I got shipped out of there. And then I went to the PBYI school in San Diego, and that's when they were going to send me to the Aleutians.
Oh, yeah. And that's when you ended up heading the other way.
Into the B-24s. They took 3 of us out of the PBYI school and put us in B-24s. They didn't have any school for B-24s. They just says you're the beginning of the school for B-24s.
Okay.
So I was one of the first ones in there. And I don't know, Verheg, the other guy that I knew that got there, he ended up in a B-24 photography squadron. So went over and mainly took pictures. They did other things too.
Right.
But he got out of there pretty quick. And the third one, I never knew. I never knew the 3 that they took off of the... We were already on a seaplane tender. I probably told you that maybe. They headed for Alaska when they came down and had the seaplane pull back over the dock. And
I don't remember you telling me that.
you don't?
No, I don't think so.
They called up and said, Verheg, Strong, and whatever the other fellow, throw your sea bag over here on the...
Oh, okay.
On the dock and jump off.
So you were already on the plane headed to Alaska?
Well, we're on a seaplane tender.
Oh, okay.
Headed up there. So when we didn't know what we were going to do, and they took us up to the office and said, we're starting a new squadron here, training pilots and mechanics. And that's when I got into that. All I did was put wingtips on B-24s, because the pilots would tear them off.
Oh, yeah.
Faster than I could put them on. It got to where the ones coming consolidated that built the airplane was just across the bay.
Okay.
So I'd...
Would you go back and forth getting new parts?
No,
or?
they'd send them over, but I finally got where I just told them, don't drill the holes in the wingtips.
Oh, okay.
Because whatever their jigs were over there did not match the ones that I was trying to put them on.
So you'd have to match drill them anyway, right on the spot.
So I just had them sent blank. And that little Phillips head that fits the... You probably saw it in my little box there, that little Phillips head on the little 1/4 inch ratchet.
Yeah.
I went down to San Diego and bought that 1/4-inch ratchet, original one, and they had that Phillips head made up to fit it,
Yeah.
and that's about it. I use that constantly. Put those wingtips on. Seems like that's all I did for a while. Put wingtips on. Then we moved out to a squadron up in the mountain, up in the hills behind San Diego, and that's where I was when they sent me back down to North Island with the airplane.
Oh, okay.